Hey there everyone, I'm Michael, and if you've played ShiftOS 0.0.8, or been on the forums back in those days, or been looking at some skins back in those days, you'll probably recognize this skin. Or maybe not, who knows. But you'll recognize some skins later on as I show you this mod that I wrote over the course of less than a day. It's a mod I'm calling the Legacy Skin Converter. It is written in Visual Basic. I'll explain that in a bit. And it works inside the latest version of ShiftOS. And if we go to customization, you'll see that there's this new app launcher entry called Legacy Skin Converter. If we click it, we get a nice little window, and we get an input box and an output box. And when we click browse on the input box, we get to select a skin file. Now, here's the thing, you don't want to select a modern skin file that's created with the 1.0 skin loader. You don't want to do that, that will crash the mod. You want to actually go up one directory, or wherever you have them stored, you want to find a 0.0.8 or 0.0.9 skin file. And I have loads in my shared directory. You want to select a 0.0.8 skin file because this skin converter will take that skin file, load it up, and then convert it to a 1.0 skin file. Now let's select a random skin. The skin I'm currently using is called Nuvo. It is right here. But why not go a little old school and use the Linux Mint 7 skin if I can find it in the list? I cannot see it. Okay, I'm looking right at it now. I can't find my mouse. Silly me. Alright, there we go. Linux Mint 7. So I'll select that file, and then we'll browse for a destination. And we'll just save it as Linux Mint 7 in my root directory, and save. And then I'll hit convert. Give it some time. Don't want to let it crash there. Alright, so we have just converted a skin over to 1.0. Now, let's load up the skin by going to customization, and then, oh yeah, this is a new feature. In beta 1, you'll be able, or your app launcher will be categorized if you buy a certain upgrade. It'll categorize the app launcher into different categories, and mods can actually make their applications fall under different categories. For example, under programming, we've got, I don't know if programming is even in, oh, wait. I don't even see it in the, oh, there it is. Under programming, we have the ShiftOS virtual machine. That's another mod that I have loaded up. But if we go into skin loader, and then we go to import, excuse that, that's a file skimmer bug, where it is simply not painting correctly, probably because I'm recording. That happens from time to time. There we go. Now let's select Linux Mint 7. Alright. Okay. Sometimes the converter will kind of mess up, and you'll get the default ShiftOS skin. This happens from time to time. The mod, I'm not really sure why it's doing that, but yeah, it happens. The only thing I can really suggest is to try another skin. It's a bit dodgy sometimes, so let's try another skin. I know Nuvo works perfectly. We'll try my skin, which is not actually my skin, but we'll roll with it. Convert. Okay, skin loader. Import. I know I'm a bit quiet in this one. Okay, so this one is a bit easier to demonstrate because it doesn't have any images. But if we apply it, you'll see that although it's kinda... yeah, this looks more like something that Diana from OS First Timer would do in Windows 95. With all the pink on the app launcher, but as you can see, it fully converted the skin from 0.0.8 to 1.0. And this is pretty cool. Now, another thing you can do is, let's say you don't have the app launcher or anything and you can't launch that application. Well, that's fine, because what you can do is you can actually open up a terminal and it actually tries its best to recreate the original environment of ShiftOS. The terminal is black. You can actually use the skinning.convert command, but I will not use it because I do not see a reason to, since I've got the system working pretty well. And oh god, this pink theme's getting crazy. And if you open up an application, let's say we open, I'm trying to find it here. Let's just go to ShiftOS Virtual Machine. It'll actually take the app launcher menu, and with the colors that it knows of, because the skin engine back then was very different. It didn't have a lot of features when it came to customizing the menus. It'll actually try to predict what the menus would have looked like as best it can. And as you can see, it does an okay job of it. It's not the best, but it tries, and that's good. And yeah, let's try with some other skins. This mod is actually available on the forums as I speak. A link to that post will be in the description below. So let's try with another skin. We'll go with first skin. The lighter ones tend to be a bit faster to convert. The reason it takes a while to convert is because it's actually doing some intense stuff in the background. And yeah, let's just say back in the 0.0.x days, loading a skin, it was fast, but it was very, I want to say buggy, but it wasn't buggy. It was more or less, the code for it was pretty unoptimized. And okay, this looks like a different skin altogether. Okay, it sort of looks similar, but like, as I was saying, the 0.0.x code, it was alright, but it was also kind of... the code was very, like, I'm trying not to, like, make fun of Philip Adams, the one who wrote the code, but from a programmer's perspective, it was very... well, it worked, but it was very broken at times. And sometimes, if you wanted to add a new skin variable, you actually had to find a... actually, I think that was with saves. I'm not sure. I haven't done 0.0.x development since 2015, so basically, if you wanted to add in a new variable, like a new skinning feature, you actually had to find a blank line in the skin file, or you had to do some botching to add a new line, because what would happen is skin variables were all line-based. They weren't stored in JSON like they are today. So if you wanted to get, say, the app launcher text, you actually had to go to line, I believe, I have no idea actually. Let's just say app launcher text is line 5. Okay, then, to get the app launcher text, you go read the file, find line 5, and then get its value and convert it to the right type. And then you have your app launcher text. But let's say you wanted to change line 5 to be an integer for, say, the app launcher height. Well, it would break old skins because they would have the app launcher text on line 5 and stuff like that. And then, because of this constant line indexing going on, my code is custom for like getting or for retrieving the variables and bringing them over into the new engine. My code is kind of slow because I have to wait for it to index all the variables inside the skin file, convert everything to the right types, load all the images, and do all that stuff, and then do some reflection stuff to convert some image layout stuff. But it's kind of slow. And that's not to say that the 0.0.x skin code wasn't good. It sure worked. It worked pretty well for what it was, but from a developer standpoint, adding new features to it was very painful, and making sure it didn't crash was also very painful. But, well, now we don't have to worry about that because we have the modern engine, and with this converter, I want to actually try one more skin. With this converter, 0.0.x skins are mostly compatible. Of course, there are going to be some that are kind of not compatible, but you know. Alright, let's try with Windows Longhorn. That took unusually time. Oh, I didn't even select anything to store it in. Alright, why is store it in Hacker again? Because why not? Convert. Alright, let's import it and see what it looks like. I have no idea what I even saved it to. That's a problem. Was it Hacker 2? No, it wasn't. Oh well. But yeah, as you can see, it works pretty well. I just applied 2 skins at once, I guess? No, I applied 1 skin twice. Oh well, that didn't really hurt anything. I really like this skin, so I'm going to keep it on my system for a while. Anyways, I've been Michael. Hope you enjoy this mod. Hopefully, I can get the broken skins to be not broken in the future. Anyways, that was you guys in another video.